That's the thing it has, you know. That much power this mantra has. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say, Harer Nam, Harer Nam hi kevalam. Kalo nastyeva gatiranyatha. There is no other way, there is no other way, there is no other way without chanting this mantra. That's the reason we are saying chant Hare Krishna. You know. So every Sunday we talk Bhagavad Gita also, and then we don't have a lot of time, but I'll talk just a little bit. But we have 3 programs here every week. Friday we come here and we chant. If you don't know how to chant, we teach you how to chant even. We give you bead. Don't think that you are too old, that's why we are recommending. No, you should be chanting. Kaumaram achret pragyo bhagavatan dharman bhagavatani. When you are very, very kaumar, tender age, that's the time Prahlad Maharaj says, Kaumaram achret pragyo dharman bhagavatan ih. Durlabham manasam janma. Manus janma is very, very durlabh. That's why from the very beginning of your life, we should be doing this, But Prabhupada says that don't worry, it's not too late. You can start chanting anytime, And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also tells us that you can chant any time of the day, anywhere, There is no restrictions of you can only come and chant in the temple. You should keep the beads like this, see? You keep on hanging in your thing. Chant anywhere, and chant it. You don't even have to carry the bead bag with you. Chanting is very important. Why should we chant all the time? Why? Any answer? Why should we chant all the time?
To stay connected with the Krishna.
Yes. But why should we chant all the time? Huh? Huh? Yeah. Because we don't know what's going to happen next moment.
Right.
That's the reason we should chant all the time. And by chanting, we can make our mind to chant all the time. There are a lot of devotees, they do day and night chanting. A lot of them ISKCON devotees, they chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And then sometimes you don't even need the beads anymore. You are chanting because you are so much used to chanting that, you are God conscious all the time. So we should all chant. So this is the knowledge. And chapter 4, we finished chapter 3 in Bhagavad Gita, right? And what's the name of the chapter 3?
Karma Yoga.
Karma Yoga. Subh knows. You see, Karma Yoga, he knows. Action in Krishna consciousness. How we can do all the activities and attach to Krishna, to the devotional service. And it becomes devotional service. And there is no more bondage. There is no more coming in this material world. We are done. That's what we learn. And Krishna says how you can do it while going to work, while going to school, and while playing sports, you can attach all your activity to Krishna's activity, the devotional service, the bhakti. That's what we learn, right? Now, in chapter 4, it is called Transcendental Knowledge. That is chapter 4. That's what we will learn. Divya Gyan. That's what it says. Now Krishna speaks and gives us this Divya Gnan, this transcendental knowledge. Because Srila Prabhupada, our Acharya, he said that we all are suffering in this material world because of lack of knowledge. If we know that if the fire is burned our finger, then we won't touch, right? But if we don't know, we keep on, we are so inquisitive. And we say, let me touch. Right? So if we don't know that next birth, what I'm going to be happening to me, if we don't know, then we are saying, I don't care. I'm going to go to the casino, get drunk, and then win as much money as I can. And I'm going to go to the nice restaurant and the fullest extent of material attachment, or sense gratification, the highest level, which is available to us as soon as we step out of this temple. So that's why we have to have a knowledge. But this knowledge, we have to know where this knowledge comes from. That is the important part of it, right? There are so much knowledge given to us, right? Mahabharata, first slok, it is said that to us, that there are so many munis, and there are so many scriptures available to you. You don't know what to do. So what do? What do you do? Because my neighbor say this is right, and my friend at work said that he's not right, I am right. So what do? We are confused. We are puzzled and perplexed. Hmm? So what do? So Mahabharata recommend to us Mahajana Gata Sapandha. Wherever the Mahajan, the great souls, they walk, that's the path we need to walk. So this path, this Bhagavad Gita, is a direct knowledge by Sri Krishna Bhagavan, directly given to us, right? We don't even have to walk Mahajan. Mahajan recommending us that we read Bhagavad Gita every day, we read Srimad Bhagavatam every day, just like Prahlad Maharaj, only 5-year-old boy, right? And he gives us complete knowledge, transcendental knowledge by Prahlad Maharaj, how to walk, how to get spiritual achievement. What is the goal of my life, Nate vidu swartha gatimi Vishnu, durasayahi bahirarthamane. He says that, Nate vidu swartha gati. What is my swartha gati? What am I supposed to do? I have come in this material world, right? And what is my swartha gati? Means what is my own good? What is that? That I don't know. Nate vidu swartha gatim hi Vishnu. Vishnu, to go to Lord Vishnu, to serve him is your swartha gati. That's going to help you. But I don't know. Why? Andha yatha ande rupaniyamana tepi satantra urudamni baddha. Andha yatha ande rupaniyamana. Means that one blind man leading the other blind man into the blind well. That's what we are doing. Whatever my friend wants to do, that's what I want to do. You see. Whatever my neighbor wants to do, that's what I want to do. I do not know my swartha gati. What is good for me, I don't know. Nobody has taught me. So here in this transcendental knowledge, so now here it comes again that what is the authentic knowledge? Then here Krishna speaks in the first language, we'll read very quickly. Can we do 4.1, Prabhu? There. Or he's not here. So in 4.1, it says transcendental knowledge, and it says Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Imam Vivasvate Yogam Proktavamaham Avyayam Vivasvanamanve Praha Manur Iswakave Abravit Imam Vivasvate Yogam Proktavanaham Avyayam Vivasvanamanve Praha Manur Iswakave Abravit Ivam Vivasvate Yogam Proktavanaham Avyayam Vivasvanamanve Praha Manorisvakave Abravit. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Imam Vivasvate Yogam Proktavanaham Avyayam Vivasvanamanave Praha Manorisvakave Abravit. Anybody else? Bhagavan Uvacha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead says, Imam, this, Vivasvate, unto the Sun God, Yogam, the science of one's relationship to the Supreme, Proktavan, instructed, Aham, I, avyayam, imperishable, Vivaswan, Vivaswan, the sun god, Manve, unto the father of mankind, Praha, told, Manuhu, the father of mankind, Iswakave, unto the king Iswaku, Abravit, said. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Says, the blessed Lord says, I instructed this imperishable science of yoga to the sun god Vivaswan, and Vivaswan instructed it to Manu, the father of mankind, and Manu in turn instructed it to Iswaku. So I'll read the purport a little bit and then finish it. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chaksurananmilitena Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah Sri Chaitanya Manovistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadante Swapadantikam. So here this is a transcendental knowledge, and in that Krishna says in this first that I told this knowledge to God Vivaswan many millions of years ago. Same knowledge, which I'm telling you in the next couple of verses. He'll say, I'm telling you this again. So he told this to Vivaswan, sun god. Is anybody knows where sun god lives? Where does sun god lives? In sun planet, right? Has anybody seen it? Okay. So we think that sun is just like a disk, right? When we look at it. That is because of our inability to see the sun planet. Is that correct? Because sun is a planet, big planet, right? And if you read Srila Prabhupada's book, it's called Journey to Other Planets, right? You read it. In that, he also mentions that there are people living in the sun planet, and they have a fiery body. You see, just like we cannot survive in the sun planet, but those fiery body can survive. That's why sun god is. There is a god, his name is Vivaswan. He's there, and he's in sun planet. And Krishna has told this to this sun god, this same knowledge which we are studying in Bhagavad Gita. This is not I'm making up, Krishna says himself, right? Right? And then how the parampara, the disciplic succession works, you can see that here too, right? And sun god told who? Manu. Manu is the father of mankind. Manu Samhita. According to the manual given by Manu, we live. Right? Manu Samhita, we follow Manu Samhita. That's the rules and regulations in that. We haven't seen it, but that's how it is. Our acharyas, our Brahmins, they guide us that this is written and this is how we have to live. Manu Samhita. And Manu has given this to Ikshvaku, king. Because before, this knowledge was given to the kingly rishis. The rishis were the kings. So the Ikshvaku also was a king. And who was born in Ikshvaku's? In that same family. Who? Lord Ram. So that's where this knowledge came, But Krishna says that what happens is, I tell Sub this whole knowledge, then he tells his grandpa, and he tells somebody else. In the middle, it becomes a little bit mixed up, One person doesn't do a right job, and then the knowledge doesn't stay the same. Or the chain get broken, Those kings became very materialistic. They forgot the role of their own role. And that's where this chain, was given, which Krishna told Arjuna early in the next verses. He's telling him that I have told this to sun god, but because the chain has been broken, same knowledge I am telling you again today, Arjuna. And Arjuna argues. Arjuna says, you are born, I seen you, a few years ago, older than me. How is it possible, Krishna, that you tell this millions of years ago to Arjun? I mean to Vivaswan. How is it possible? Because you are so contemporary, you know. I know you are born, you know. So then Krishna tells that Arjun, there is so many births you have taken and I have taken. I remember everything, but you don't remember anything. Just like us. We don't remember anything. We are in the same boat like Arjun. Arjun has become the instrument for Krishna, and he has become the jiva to teach us, and Krishna gives this knowledge in the war. Remember how important it could be. In a very, very critical war, Krishna transcends this knowledge to Arjun. For us, you know, for us. And he's telling right here in chapter 4 that, you know, I know that you and me have taken so many births. I remember every time I came, you came too. Why Arjun came too? Why Arjun also came with Krishna? Every time. No, he is a Nitya Parikar. Every time, you know, he comes. Arjun comes in the past times too. You know. So here Prabhupada says in the purport, herein we find in the history of Bhagavad Gita trace from the remote time when it was delivered to the royal order, kingly order. The kings of all planets, this science is especially meant for the protection of the inhabitants. Inhabitants, that's all us. And therefore, the royal order should understand in order to be able to rule the citizens and protect them from material bondage to lust. Human life is meant for cultivation of spiritual knowledge in eternal relationship with Supreme Personality of Godhead, and the executive heads of all the state and all the planets are obliged to impart this lesson to the citizens by education, culture and devotion. That's what our presidents are doing to us, right? They are teaching us how to become Krishna conscious, isn't it? All our presidents here in the United States and in India and wherever in the world, they are supposed to do this. Teach us spiritual knowledge, culture, how to live our life. So what are they doing? They are teaching us, right? When we go say, hey, can you put this Bhagavad Gita in the library or the school? They say, no, this is, we cannot do that, you know. That's what they would say. I shouldn't say that. There are so many libraries who has accepted Bhagavad Gita. There are so many universities who has actually made Bhagavad Gita in the curriculum, you know. This is all because of Srila Prabhupada. But Srila Prabhupada here says also that this Bhagavad Gita is the one which is very, very authentic. No other Bhagavad Gita. Why? Because it says as it is. Why? Here so many of Prabhupada will say in this. Okay, I have not been able to find, but Prabhupada says here in this that we are, like so many people has given so much references that what Krishna wants to say instead of that what they want to say. You know, they are translating what Krishna wants to say. So Prabhupada has 7 different acharyas commentary in front of him and then taken out and put this what Krishna wants to say to us. That's why this is recommended for all of us. If you don't have one Bhagavad Gita as it is, please ask me tonight to take one home. You know, you don't have to pay any donation. I will give you free of charge. Please take one. So I think I will stop here because this is a long purport. We will discuss more next weekend. But normally on Sundays we do Aarti, and you have a opportunity to do the Aarti at the same time for the Lord Krishna and Radharani and Jagannath and Nrsimhadev. So you can join, you wash your hands, somebody will be there to give you the water, and the Matajis will go first, and then the Prabhus will go after that. And so let's do Aarti. We will do the Kirtan here, and then you all do the Aarti. Hare Krishna, thank you very much. We don't have enough time today, so no question answers. But if you have any question and answers or any comments about what I just spoke, please see me after this.